After I packed away Christmas last year, I noticed something unexpected happened. Like so many people, I assumed I was simply missing the beauty of the season. But as the weeks passed, I realized it wasn't the ornaments or the garland that I missed. It was the feeling. I missed the warmth of the candlelight in the evening, the natural textures, the richness of wood and the softness of the colors and the sense of peace. And that stayed with me. I began asking myself a different question. Instead of saying, what should I buy to make my home feel complete again? I started asking, what is it about my home during Christmas that feels so good? And how do I get that feeling to stay with me all throughout the year? Before I replaced a single thing or cleaned out a space, I didn't even put back up my original decor. I realized something important in that pause. This wasn't about finding a new style or deciding to never buy anything again. It was a mindset shift. I didn't need to choose a decorating style. I needed to understand how I wanted my home to feel and start making decisions based on that. And somehow that became the foundation for everything that followed. Whether you've been here for a while or you're just joining me today, I'm Angel, and I'm really grateful you're here. Over the past 7 months, I have been learning what it really means to create a home that feels like home, not by constantly buying more, but by making more thoughtful decisions. And that's the journey I'd love to share with you. We're constantly influenced by what we see, or at least I am, and what we're told we need, and what everyone else's homes look like. Like so many of us, I find myself looking at beautiful homes and wondering what made mine feel like it was missing something. But I'm not here to tell you what your home should look like. I am simply here to share with you what changed my own thinking. I'm here to offer practical tools that helped me discover my own feeling of home without the pressure to choose a style or constantly buy more. Even when we DIY'd, it still felt like pressure of more. And every person deserves to feel empowered to create a home that is truly their own. You don't have to be a millionaire to do that. You don't need to follow every trend. You just need clarity. That clarity came for me when I stopped deciding how I wanted my home to look based on what other people told me or what I seen, and started deciding how I wanted it to feel. Because once you can put that feeling into words, you begin to see your home completely differently, or at least I did. I began making more intentional, more discerning choices, not out of restriction or minimalism, but out of confidence because I knew what I wanted. And then that's when the real change happened. So after reflecting upon what I had just learned about myself, oddly enough, when I understood that, it led me to a closet. Not because the closet was the problem, but because it became the first place that I could practice making intentional decisions. As I edited that closet, I wasn't simply sorting through decorative storage. I was beginning to sort through the way I thought about my home, and those are two completely different things. I started asking myself simple questions like, does this support the feeling I want my home to have? Does it add warmth, refinement, or texture? Do I already have another one of these or something very similar to it? Yes, this is beautiful. Yes, I DIY'd this. But it no longer aligns with the home and the feeling I'm trying to create. Those simple questions changed everything. And what I began to realize is that this process isn't about simply doing less for the sake of doing less. It was about choosing more thoughtfully. It was about creating a space for the things that truly supported the feeling that I wanted to have my home hold. The one small decision started a journey that literally changed every room in our house. Over the coming videos, I would love to take you along as I share what I've been learning about creating a home that feels warm, welcoming, and deeply personal. Not through constant accumulation, but through a thoughtful, intentional choice process. I'm not sharing this as a professional interior designer. I am simply sharing what changed my own home and perhaps more importantly, how I experienced it. Because sometimes the most meaningful changes don't begin with buying something new. Yes, I love something new. But sometimes they begin with a shift in how you see your home and how you choose what belongs in it. In our next chapter, I'm so excited to take you back to the closet, not to show you how I organized it, but to share the questions that completely changed the way I make decisions in my home. Those same questions continue to guide every single decorating choice I am still making today. Before you begin organizing, decorating, or changing anything in your home, I'd like to invite you to do something simple this week. Take a slow walk through each room of your home. Don't think about what needs to be fixed or about what needs to be replaced. Just ask yourself one question. How does this room make me feel? If the answer isn't the feeling you hope for, don't rush to change anything. Simply notice. Write down the words that come to mind. Maybe you long for your home to feel warm, peaceful, welcoming, cozy, bright, or restful. These words matter because they become the foundation for every decision that you will make. In our next video, we'll build on that together as I share the questions that help me move from simply noticing my home to making thoughtful, intentional decisions about what belonged in it. Until then, just begin paying attention, because the first step toward creating a home you love isn't changing a thing. It's learning to see it with fresh eyes. Remember, stay on the journey as we continue making our way home. Until next time, bye-bye.